Hello, my name is Sonia Sanchez. Today is May 28th, 2014, and I am making this video as a farewell to one of my very best friends and chosen sister, Maya Angelou. Maya was a beautiful person inside and out, and now that she is resting, we hope that she rests peacefully. But to say goodbye, I wrote her a letter so that when it's my turn to pass on as well, our memories will never be forgotten. Sweet Maya, I'll never forget the day that I met you. Your gracious 6-foot beauty was quite overwhelming. I don't think I would have survived the 1960s without you. And now, over a half-century later, it is time for me to say goodbye to the most influential and inspirational person I have ever met. The first time I saw you, you were scaling the walls of the United Stations with Louise Merriweather. I couldn't help but stare in awe of your dedication to the first democratically elected president of Congo being assassinated. I'll never forget coming to your beautiful home in North Carolina for your iconic birthday parties, or just to rest and eat some of your amazing food. Sweet sister, although we chose to be sisters later on in life, I wish I could have been there for you during your childhood. I wish I could have been your voice when you were afraid to use your own. I know how much Freeman hurt you, and I know how you felt that your words were to blame for his murder. But I am so proud of the incredible woman that you became in spite of this. Your struggle is one that too many young people have had to deal with, and your beautiful words have helped so many young women, men, and children recover from so many painful experiences of oppression and abuse. Consider the young women all around the world reading your work. This thought brings me back to the first time we visited Temple University, and an entire rainbow of people lined up by the thousands to recite your poetry. Sweet sister, I'm so proud of you for everything you have done for your people. Your art, activism, and passion are inseparable. You have raised so much money for our movement. You've marched, you've spoken, and you've written with such intensity and emotion that it was absolutely contagious to everyone who was there. I remember you always being everywhere where important things were happening, because you were the true bringer of inspiration for all of us. I could have never finished my peace mural without the beautiful words from Amazing Peace that you wrote. Working with you and our brothers and our sisters is an experience that I will never forget, and it is one that has taken a lifetime to reach the goals that we needed to. I'll never forget your beautiful bouncing afro, blowing in the wind the day we stood to support Reverend King during his speech. Your intense ability to inspire others while taking over Brother Martin's Southern Christian Leadership Conference proved how purely and passionately dedicated you were to our cause. All of the time we spent writing letters and representing our movement has truly begun to pay off, my dear sister. I recall seeing the first showing of Cabernet for Freedom and thinking about how much this musical will help raise money for our movement. You were our movement, Maya. Even after you left for Egypt, your presence was here. You even marched on the American embassy in Egypt when we marched on Washington. I was so delighted when you came back to work with Brother Malcolm and the Organization of African Unity. Although it must have been hard for you to keep your former friendship with Reverend King, the peacemaker, a secret while working in Ghana, I am so proud of you for not giving in to the hate that some of our radical friends have been consumed in. Spreading hate was never our road to equality. You showed how peace, hard work could promote the leadership and civil rights of blacks everywhere. Even though you were a full-time mother, and you worked 2 jobs to support your son. You were struggling to pay rent, struggling to feed Guy. You still made it to write every letter you possibly could and do everything that you possibly could to make it so that we did not have to suffer anymore. And generations of people to come will be thanking you for all of your hard work. It wasn't just our people who benefited from your hard work and dedication, because you didn't stop at racial inequality. You branched out into the overall health of the human race. Your Center for Health Equality is quite literally saving the lives of children everywhere. Your place on the board of the Legacy of Hope positively influenced the decisions to build the Nelson Mandela Children's Hospital in Johannesburg. The underserved children of South Africa will finally get the medical attention that they so rightfully deserve because of your beautiful work. Watching you receive the 2010 Presidential Medal of Freedom is a memory that I will cherish forever. The image of Brother Barack placing the medal around your big, bright smile will live on for generations to come. Unfortunately, not all of our brothers and sisters made it to see you receive your award that day. After Malcolm's slaying, and after the slaying of Reverend King, shortly afterwards, I remember you saying how you felt the funerals of the 1960s were running closer and closer together. After saying goodbye to many of our brothers and sisters along the way, it is unfortunately also time to say goodbye to you, my dear, sweet Sister Maya. You have always been a fighter, and when I heard of your passing earlier this morning, I closed my eyes and I spoke to you. Na nga def, Sister Maya. How are you, my dear sister? Although your books have been banned from many libraries, I know that every time someone reads one, or recites one of your poems, or watches one of your plays, your spirit lives on just a little longer. Love always, Sister Sonia.